conference action, having only one win to show for 7 contests. But again, that Fox River Valley conference.
It's a tough conference this year.
It is.
And Gary, let me tell you, going into the tournament, if either one of these two teams gets ahead of an opponent, I don't care if it's Green Bay Southwest Preble, that's going to be a tough team to beat.
Well, we got a chance to see both teams, and in the Preble West matchup, there was a 1-goal differential in the final. And at East East dominated a lot of play against Preble in first half play, much like they did against Notre Dame and against Green Bay Southwest, where both contests they were ahead at halftime.
Yeah, I really wouldn't consider it an upset. These teams are not that far away from the upper echelon. It may be 1 or 2 mistakes or breaks in a game.
Well, and some teams that have a little bit more depth over time can wear them down a little bit more because they don't have the depth in their squad. But definitely they have some skilled players that have made their program successful. And we're seeing some of that play here tonight.
And some nice hustle as well. We had number 21, Yi Yang for West, running almost falling on the track, running the ball out even though it was going out of bounds.
And he played, and it was an East throw-in, so he played the ball back to his opponent, which shows a lot of class. Now, that's one thing that I have to say I'm a lot more satisfied with in soccer play around the Green Bay area, is that there's a class. There's more quality of respect and gentlemanly play. A couple years back, there was a few programs that were known for very, very physical, very, very cheap play in some cases, and I don't think we're seeing that from those programs so far this year. And it's, you know, it's more in the spirit of what the game is supposed to be like.
Kambao Tao got a nice shot there, and again, that's what West needs to do to have an opportunity, is to get him the ball and have him get a shot on there. Gary, you're right. Plus, I think the level of coaching and instruction has improved so much. We were doing the parochial tournament this weekend, and I was one of the referees. There's a player injured on the field, and I had the players saying, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. And it was the team that was injured was the team that had the ball, and I said, kick the ball out of bounds, which they did, and they blew the whistle. So I think they're starting to get some of this instruction early on where they know some of the etiquette and sportsmanship required. Nice hustle there by number 5 for East.
Ball comes back out to midfield where East regains possession. Nice run up the line. I believe that's Bernardi. Ball still, well, ball got played off of.
We have a corner kick for East.
Number 14 for the Wildcats, and looks like a corner here.
Looks like number 6, Brad Weber.
Weber's a name we know, but from the Southwest program. Obviously, it's a different Weber. Certain names, certain teams you tend to associate, like a Haft with the Notre Dame program, or a Longley, Bernardi in this program. Certain names just.
Well, although you run into relatives, cousins on 2 sides of the river, I know the Gerzak family in the heated battle with, what was it, Preble Southwest a number of years ago. You sometimes will get, sometimes even brothers playing against each other in these games. One brother will go to one high school and one will go to another.
Well, we remember that with the Potasic family, where Nate Potasic and Matt Potasic, 2 brothers, one went to Notre Dame and one went to Preble, and we saw that matchup. But generally, you'll find families will tend to stay in the same school. Oh, a chip at that play.
There's
and
some
ball
chippy
goes up.
action going on the last minute or so here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, is it 7 minutes?
7.5 minutes left in the first half.
Okay.
Again with a 2-0 score for Green Bay East.
And we'll have a throw-in coming for West.
I'll be right back. I'm doing some littering. I got to go pick up my mess.
That's fine. We're up here in the East Stadium Crow's Nest trying to get some video for you soccer addicts that we have in the area. Hafe, the sweeper for, actually, I'm calling him Hafe. By tradition, a Hafe, because I know the Hafe family, is actually Haidt, H-A-E-D-T. And again, comes from a strong family where I think his brother had played for West as well. He got to play a critical role as their sweeper as a freshman, and has remained in that role now for a few years. Ball played ahead, and looks like it'll carry beyond the goal line, and we'll have a goal kick for the East team. With about 6 minutes remaining in first half play, the Longley comes in as an attacker. Longley, Bernardi up near the top, playing more of an offensive midfield role. Coach Anthony Acella likes to have those players move considerably in that offensive set, and when they do, they create some very difficult play for the defensive squad. Ball's played across the field. There's no one there to receive it, and East will have an easy throw in here after that poor crossing pass.
Zach Halteman for East.
Number 17, cross in.
Having some nice 1- and 2-touch passing there for Green Bay East.
Crossing pass. The West defenders putting on nice run to get the ball free.
Opportunity.
2-on-1 break, but the sweeper is able to get that clear before the two attackers can come on him.
You know that, and Gary, I was talking about Green Bay West earlier. That's the one thing that impressed me more as compared to Appleton Xavier. West is doing a nice job of one-touch passing, something I did not see with Xavier. It was just that West didn't get those options, those opportunities to shoot and score.
Well, the Xavier team, the thing that I always watched from Xavier when they played Southwest and then when they later played against the team I was coaching at Preble, West team, or the Appleton Xavier team was almost a counter-attacking. They waited in the passing lanes and waited for you to make a mistake.
Absolutely. That's what they did against Green Bay West a few weeks ago. They had a couple opportunities to make quick breaks, and I know that's how they scored 2 of the 3 goals that they scored against Green Bay West.
And they work a considerable time on set pieces, and when they get near the box, it's surprising just how many times their players go down around the box.
In fact, it's funny you mentioned them. I'm sorry, they beat Notre Dame, did you say?
They beat Notre Dame by a 3-0 margin.
And that's surprising because the strategy they use is very similar to what Notre Dame does. The quick counter and the flooding of the offense to outnumber your opponent. And when I watched West play, or I'm sorry, when I watched Xavier play, it reminded very much of Notre Dame.
Well, the Preble game versus Xavier was supposed to be held here at East Stadium. However, there was a conflict that night where East was also supposed to be, they double booked the stadium. The commissioner for the soccer league made a mistake in terms of the scheduling that night as well as this night, and ended up having multiple games on the same field at the same time. So the Preble game was moved to the fields at Broadview, where they played on field number 1, which you're very, very familiar with at the Alloway program.
Lived there for about 10 years.
And literally lived there as soccer games took up a considerable part of your life. Speaking of soccer, your son Joe, a talented keeper from Preble, went on to play at Platteville. Is Joe playing any soccer right now?
Right now he's retired. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but he had another finger injury, broke an index finger this time, and this time required a pin. This was about 2 weeks near the conclusion of the Summer League tournament. Joe did very well at Platteville, got on the Wisconsin State coaches team first year as a freshman, which was really nice to see, along with Toby Barris and a number of the great players from Oshkosh. but Joe wanted to make a switch and has changed over to University of Wisconsin-Madison.